This is Cindy, and we are going to do some waist, hip, specifically pelvis mobility work today. So we'll do some stretches as well as some movement patterns to just get those tight pelvises moving in a very gentle way. This is designed for folks that are subjected to a seated job all day long, or have hobbies that keep them seated, or just anyone who is enjoying the 50 plus lifestyle of just slightly older hips. So welcome to the team. First thing we're going to do is we're going to just sit up nice and comfortable. You can sit up tall. This can be on blocks, on a pillow, on blankets. If you need to be slightly elevated, I'm sitting flat today with my legs crossed. I tend to stack them in front of each other versus tucking. You can tuck. They're both, whatever one is more comfortable for you. And then we're just going to sit with our hands on our knees and just hold onto your knees. If you want to go into a mudra of choice, a hand gesture, that is on you. I'm just going to rest my hands down. I'm going to lift up tall through my spine with a slight tucked chin. That means the lines in the skin in the back of my neck is nice and long, and my spine is a natural extension of my head versus rounding it in or shoving or pressing forward. So sit up nice and tall. Allow your seat to ground into the mat, and then lift up tall through your spine, and then relax the shoulders. So you have lift, you have grounding, and then you have a letting go of things that don't need to be lifted, like your neck or the shoulders. And then I just need you to breathe. It is super important that you take this time to breathe. When you just start moving, it's hard to stay present. But if you just take this moment to shift from that running around getting things done to sitting still and bringing all your awareness inward, it really does help calm the body. It brings you present, all of it beneficial, all of it beneficial. So just root, rise, and relax. If you note anything that's sort of aggravated or tight or just kind of talking to you, you're welcome to do a couple little fidgets, and then see if you can find that lifted space where you feel less of that. Sometimes we tend to arch, pull, contract, or slouch. There could be a number of different things happening. We want to find that stack of our spine that has the least amount of work, and that's where we want to relax. Nice, deep, full inhale, followed by a deeper, fuller exhale. Now we're going to gently bring our eyes open. If they're closed, I tend to like to close my eyes during those type of breathing movements. We're nice and calm. And then we're going to gently roll our shoulders. You can keep your hands on your knees. You're welcome to get the arms involved if you wish. Don't make this about being exact. We're just going for feel. We just want to move the shoulders. We're going to roll forward. And then we'll do one more. And just kind of shake it out. We'll put our right hand down. We'll lift the left arm up. We'll fold over. We'll sweep across the front, and we'll switch. Inhale, lift up. And then round and sweep across the front. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Inhale, lift up. And then sweep across the front. Inhale, lift up. And then we'll sweep across the front. We'll take a full twist. Right hand behind you, left hand to the knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press into your twists. And then we'll gently release, and we'll switch to the other side. Inhale, lift. Press into your twists. And then we're going to gently lean back. First thing we're going to do is we're going to lean back on our hands. We're going to set our legs out and set them wide. And then we're going to windshield wiper side to side. This is important that you're set wide, because if you're here in the center, there's not a whole lot of room. Whereas you can bring your knee all the way down if you can without pain. You just sort of rock side to side. We're just getting a little movement through our hips hip joint, pelvis, of course. I just went off to an angle so you can see what's happening here. And then we're going to come all the way over to one side and we're going to land. So I'm just going to back up just a touch so you can see me. So this is a relatively 90-90. If you want to go perfect 90-90, you know, your front leg, this would be your right because you're mirrored me. So this obviously is my left, but it's your right. And then the left knee would be bent 90 degrees. So this is a true 90-90, or you can slightly tuck it. You have to go for your comfort. You shouldn't have any pain in any knee or in your pelvis. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our left hand to our hip bone. So I'm literally putting my finger on my hip bone, and I'm just going to hold on to the side of my hip. I want you to rock the hip back, and then I want you to rock the hip forward. So this is just your pelvis, and obviously just your left pelvis. Now what I see a lot of people do is they make this all about their shoulders, and there's very little movement in their pelvis. So very little space between my bum and the floor, and then when I lift up, there's a great deal of space. So you're just looking to rock back and forth. You have more space doing this. A, history. B, you do it. So if you do this a lot, you tend to have a lot more movement. So if you're going, I'm not moving very much compared to me, well, I do this quite frequently. So this is something that I've really gotten a lot of space, which a year ago from today, I did not have this much space. So you might even see already that you're moving better. We're going to rock it back. We're going to rock it forward. And then when you come forward, you're going to press that left hip forward. Lift your spine up and bring the left hand down and the right hand down. I want you to lift through your spine. So you're kind of pulling yourself. And then I want you to sort of pull yourself over the front of your right knee. And see if you can come to your forearms. If you cannot come to your forearms without blocks, you're going to need to put your forearms on blocks. I want you to keep lifting long through your spine. Don't just collapse in. So I'm pulling my torso long. I'm letting my chin tuck so I have a nice natural extension of my spine. And you're going to feel this in your right hip, mostly in the muscles. This is a nice tight area that we need to have a little bit of space with. And then I want you to inhale, exhale, and then I want you to gently walk yourself up. And then we're going to do some twists. I know. So we're going to come to one side. You can put your hands on your ankles, lift your spine, and hold onto your ankles as you gently look over your left shoulder. We're going to let go. We're going to bring our hands down on the floor, and we're going to look over our right shoulder. Now your pelvis is going to move when you do this. Big twist like a wringing of a rag. And then you're going to come back, hands on your wrists, your ankles. Lift tall, press into your twist. Now this is the direction that doesn't go very far. And then we're going to come back around, lift, and press into your twist. We'll do this again. Lift and twist. We'll come back to where we're framing our knee. Lift long through your spine and pull yourself over your right thigh, coming down onto the floor. I do believe we're going to lose video contact while Miss Livy walks in front. Come on, sweets. Oh, nervous Nelly. Come on. There you go. All right, we're on slippery surface. This doesn't really work well for old ladies, so sorry about that. Gently come on up, and then we're going to take it to the other side. So you're just going to pull in your core, and we're going to switch sides. For those of you who have dogs, you know that dogs do exactly what they want to do. Try an old dog, especially like Miss Livy. It's just what she wants to do. All right, so here we are in our 90-90. Now your left knee is forward. All right, again, you can do a perfect 90-90, or it could be slightly tucked. What gives your knees the most comfortable shape? Our right hand goes to our right hip. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to rock it back and rock it forward. Again, you have to make sure your shoulders aren't doing all the movement. It's a false sense of movement. I see a lot of people when I teach this movement class, I see a lot of shoulders. No shoulders. It's all pelvis. In fact, if your shoulder never moves, I'm completely fine with that. Your shoulders will tend to move with the hip, but don't let it be the only thing moving. Press it forward and come back. Press it forward. Miss Livy, you gonna settle down? No. No one's petting you, giving you treats, nothing. It's just rude. We're gonna take it forward, and we're gonna press that right hip forward. bring your right hand to the mat. We're going to lift up tall, and then we're going to fold over. If you can come to your forearms, that's great. So now we're stretching out our left hip. Yep. 2 more deep breaths here on this side. Should feel like a really nice hip stretch. And then we're going to gently press ourselves up. And we're going to go for our twists. So bring your hands to your ankles. We lift and we press for our twist. We need a little assistance. We're going to come all the way around to our left hip. We're going to lift and press into a twist. So your hands are on the floor when they're behind you. They're on your ankles when you come to your right. When you come to the left, they're at the floor. Lift before you twist. You want that natural decompression so that you're not pinching anything. Inhale, push. And we're back to the left side. I like this stretch mainly because it's awkward. I find awkward stretches the funnest. Mainly because I'm like, am I supposed to be able to do it? To some degree, the answer is yes. To some degree, the answer is no. So don't worry about perfection. We'll do one more. We're just going for sensation, and by all means, there is sensation. All right, so now let's go back to that stretch. So you're going to frame your left knee, lift up tall, and you're going to fold forward. Now we're back into that hip stretch. And then we're going to gently lift ourselves all the way up. Use your core to bring your legs forward. Now, if your mat is sideways like mine is, you're welcome to change your shape. I am going to change my shape because I want to be on my mat. So you want to be seated at the back of your mat. And then what we're going to do is we're going to walk with our pelvis. And I want as straight a leg as possible. Obviously, you have to do a little lift and get your heel up. But I don't want you to use your foot to help move you. And I want you to go for as big a step that naturally exists. So I'm going to show you. We're just going to walk with our pelvis. So all we're going to do is bring our hip forward and then our other hip. So you're just walking with your tush. How far your foot goes in front of the other, again, as if this is something you do regularly, this will be something that you have. Now, if you're young doing this, it's probably super easy. This is no big deal. This video really is geared for folks that sit a lot with hip problems or simply enjoying age. So shout out to all my 50 plus crew. And if you're under 50, you're welcome, still welcome. We're going to do it one more time. So when you hit the back of your mat, we're going to just walk forward. Now see how my legs are fairly straight? I don't want to see this, right? I just want you to use the strength of your pelvis to walk forward and back. And then we'll take it back. And you're just going to take it back as far as you feel like going. If you're faster or slower than me, don't worry about it. I want the biggest step you can do comfortably, the most. That's all I want. Beautiful. And then when you made it back, we're just going to bring our legs back into a cross-legged position. And we'll sit up nice and tall, and we'll go into some seated cat-cows. So hold on to your knees. We're going to inhale, let the torso come forward. Lift up through your chest and bring your gaze towards the ceiling. When you exhale, I want you to get concave. You want to press the mid back, tuck your chin, and sort of round your body. We're going to inhale through cow. We're going to exhale through cat. We'll do one more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop and round. And we'll come to that neutral position, and we'll take a couple more twists. So all I want you to do is just twist, release, switch to the other side, lengthen and press, switch to the other side, lengthen and press, lengthen and press, lengthen and press. We got one more. We'll come back to the center and we roll our shoulders once again. And take it forward. just shake it out. And with that, I say thank you. Look forward to seeing you on the mat next time.